Alright, we're on. Alright, everybody wants to know what I do with all this eBay crap. Because I buy a lot of it. Yeah, I got a big pile on the floor. I already put it all away, but you can't even see it all. See, I put it in a box over here with the last stuff before that order. I collect it. And here's my tranny plate. So, I also sell it to customers when they want something. Because I have lots of parts. And I use it for mock-up, you know, on this knucklehead project. I used the distributors and stuff for mocking up heights. I had a couple of panic cases that were all blown apart. I used them for figuring out the center location where things are supposed to be, because we had to move the center of the shaft over on this case. And you use the parts and pieces for a lot of different things. So you never know what you need. There's a whole stack of broken cases on the floor down here that are for mock-up stuff, whatever we need. There's pan heads in there, shovel heads under there. And you never know what you need to mock up something. Use it for line reaming of cams and pinion shafts and stuff like that. Drill fixtures, you never know. Junk parts become handy parts for when you need stuff. The other thing is, like I said, I sell parts. So I got a guy who wants some shovel cylinders, so I had to go up the mountains and storage up there and find some cylinders. But of course, every time I go up there, I'd never have anything to measure. So I just have to kind of look at what I got and guess how thick they are. Look how much wear is in things. So I got a 74-inch cylinder shoveled right once. So genuine ones have -66 numbers on them right here. So at least how you know they're a genuine Harley. And of course they want a set of nice standard ones that are close to it, 74-inch. Because he's got a set of S&S cylinders on there right now and he doesn't like them. So these are ones that I picked up over the years on my eBay crap. So this blue one's here kind of a set. So I just kind of picked out the ones that looked like they were maybe low bore, just by eyeballing them. This one I marked 20 over when I bought it. So this one here's got 74-inch 475. So that puts you 25 under 60. That's 35 over right now. This is a fresh bore, so it just needs to be honed to a 40 over. So this would be a 40 over cylinder. This one's a 20. So this could be punched to 40 also, and that's a pair. You got a front cylinder and a rear cylinder. Rear cylinder has the offset to it. And see, there's your part number right there, 66. There's the one on that one. So there you go. So that could be a set. This one here is another rear one. I don't know how thick it is, what it is. When you look at how thick that is, it looks kind of thin compared to this one. See, this one looks thicker. So this one says it's 35 over. This one over here, you can see how that looks a little bit thicker than that one, and it's pretty similar to this one. So these two here actually look like a set, not that one. See, these here look like the same thickness. And look how thick it is just by eyeballing it. They got the same color to them and everything. This one's a 20 over, so maybe that's a 20 over set. Don't know. We know this one's going to be a 40. These ones over here, look how thick these ones are. See, these look even thicker than this one, see? So this might be a standard or 10 over set, maybe. It looks like this one here, you can see a lot of gouging in here. It's going to take at least easily 10 thou to clean all this mess out. It might take 20. That's a pretty deep gouge in there. It might take 20 thou to clean it. If we have to go to, if this is 20, it takes 20 to clean, that's a 40. That'll match up to this one. So see, that's the rear one, that's the front one. So if this is bad enough it doesn't clean, we'll match it up to this one. And we'll have a set of 40 over cylinders. Okay, this set here, you can see how it has a lot of wear in it. I did a quick hone on it before I put it away to see how bad it is, and you can see how bad it is. So this motor here obviously had a lot of miles on it, and it had a rod that went out on it probably. But these look like they're the smallest set. And these are genuine Harley. There you go, your 66 number on there. Boom, right there. And none of these have broken fins or everything. I kind of looked them over. So this is just a bunch of eBay crap and other stuff I picked up over the years. And when a customer wants original parts, that's how you have it. Right now, trying to buy a set of cylinders on eBay, they're going for huge money. They're wanting $300 to $600 for a set of cylinders that they don't even tell you how big they are. People are buying them for that kind of money right now. So I'll guarantee you I didn't pay that for these. But when I sell them, I can sell them for that. So you make money. Okay, so this one here was 57. So 35 I think is standard. So these are 20. So this matches this one probably. Yep, pretty close. Down about 50. 55 right there. Is that 45? 58. Alright, so these are the same, like I expected. But this one's pretty bad, so I'm not sure it's going to clean up. Okay, this one over here. $440. $447. So these are 10 over. So these are probably clean at 20 over. So these here might clean at 30. If not, I gotta say they'll clean at 40. So there you go. So we got 20, maybe 30, definitely 40. So there you go. So out of 5 cylinders, we got 3 different bores. How's that work out? So now I have to take those and hone them out, bore them, see what they look like, try to match up some pistons in there, and I'll have a couple of good sets of cylinders to sell. That's how you do it. Right now I don't care about putting shovelhead bikes together, they're too new. So, but if I want to, I like using original parts when you can get it. So there you go. So that's how you do it. That's why you buy eBay crap. You never know when somebody needs something. Alright, there you go.